In a recent project that I did, I removed the air whistle from this Pennsylvania tender and I put it in a Marks tender. I dug around in the spare parts and I found a Mighty Sound of Steam and whistle board from the MPC era, so I thought I'd put it in this Pennsylvania tender. When Lionel first introduced the Mighty Sound of Steam and its sets, it came in two different versions. There was a shorter frame tenders, like this Pennsylvania tender, had only the chuffing sound. The Milwaukee Rd tender has a Mighty Sound of Steam and whistle, and it's a longer frame tender than the Pennsylvania. This Pennsylvania tender has the same size frame as the one that I installed the Mighty Sound of Steam and whistle in, so the board will fit in these shorter tenders. You can tell a Mighty Sound of Steam and whistle tender because it has a center rail roller pickup for that whistle circuit. Lionel put the Mighty Sound of Steam and the Silver Star, Chesapeake Flyer, the Allegheny. I know there are other ones. The Milwaukee Rd passenger set was one that had the Sound of Steam and whistle. I think the Broadway Limited. Some of the Allegheny sets had it. I'm sure there's probably others. Another thing to note is this tender is only compatible to run with a locomotive that was set up for Mighty Sound of Steam and whistle. If you tried to use like my Silver Star locomotive on the electronic Sound of Steam and whistle tender, the chuffing stays on constantly. I'm not sure what the deal was. Apparently there's a different actuator in this locomotive than there is in my Milwaukee Rd one. Another thing to note is when you buy one of these old MPC tenders with the boards in them, make sure that before you put any power to that board, you take the shell off and check the foam. The foam disintegrates in about 9 out of 10 of these. So the same thing with the Marks Sound of Power tender. Make sure to always check to replace the foam before you put any power to them. If not, if the foam is deteriorated, the board will short out against the metal frame. Okay, so I have the electronic Sound of Steam and whistle tender attached to my Milwaukee Rd locomotive, and we'll take it for a spin. Okay, so not exactly rail sounds or legacy, but for 1973, it was the pretty much the top of the line sound. We had the Sound of Steam, we had electronic whistle right in the tender, so for a little more realism and a little more fun. Also, now I have a Pennsylvania tender to run with my Pennsylvania passenger cars, along with a Milwaukee Rd, so that gives me another option to use this engine for. These engines were pretty good pullers too. So thanks for watching. God bless. Never forget Jesus is Lord, and take care.